Hi everyone, quick story time. How I caught my pretendiente cheating on me while we were working at Nortena Pharmacy.
Alright guys, so we're here parked in a fucking alley here in Boyle Heights. Oh my goodness, we haven't been here in a while, a very long time.
Yes, so I was dating this really abusive guy at this time. He was physically, mentally, verbally abusive. And some guy she was dating.
We're gonna call this guy Canelo Alvarez. I met him and we were just like going out, but this guy took it like to another extreme, and then I ended up dating, going to prom. It wasn't my prom, it was his prom. He took me to his prom at Roosevelt's prom when I was an 11th grader. Another friend of like the same group, so I was dating them both. And since she was dating these two guys, well, I got, mixed up in the mix. So, ¿saben como la frase, un clavo quita otro clavo? So that's what kind of happened with me. So I was dating this really abusive guy, and I had my head in the clouds because I was always sad and stuff. And since she was living live and dating, I was always happy.
Dating one guy, cheating on him with the other one, and cheating on that guy with the other one. So this guy Canelo introduced me to this guy that was super gorgeous. Like we're
gonna call him the male version of Thalia. We used to call this guy Marimal.
Wow, this guy was gorgeous face, everything about him. He was a nice guy. He would work.
He was the cousin of the guy I went to prom with in 11th grade.
So I was accustomed to date like cholitos and stuff, but for once this guy was cute, preppy. He was into what I was into. This guy was just cute all the way. So I met this guy and we hit it off right away. He got my number. He started calling me right away. He wanted to go date. We would double date. Well,
sometimes I would go out with Canelo, and other times I would go out with Marimar's. We're gonna call her guy Marimar.
Yeah.
Marimar's cousin, Raccoon. But the other guy was Raccoon.
So she would date like all his friends and stuff.
Just two.
Some. And
just two
guys. So she was dating two guys that were his friends at this time. And I and him hit it off right away. So me and Thalia hit it off immediately. We would go out every here and then right away. And at that time I was like still with that one abusive guy. So right away I let him know, you know what? I'm still with my boyfriend. He told me, really? I heard that he's really abusive. And I was like, yeah, he is. And he let me know that he was dating this girl that would always cheat on him and this and this. So my understanding was that he didn't have a girlfriend. He knew that I did have a boyfriend at that time. So we were dating. We only would like, los dábamos como besitos, los agarrábamos de la manita and stuff. But nothing else ever happened. I wish it would have. But nothing ever else happened. So one day we were at the pharmacy, and remember we get prescriptions.
Because we used to work. We were not typists. It was a receptionist.
We were like the ones that would like receive like
take the orders.
Yeah, take the orders. We would get like the recetas, and we would write out like the people's like address,
like if they're allergic to medication.
Yes. So I got this. Like I got this prescription.
We would do money orders.
What do you mean we? She didn't know how to do money orders, and she didn't even know how to cash checks, but we would back her up, and we were there for her. So we got this prescription, and I randomly got it, and in the prescription it had this name. So he had this girlfriend that had those type of names, like for example Presiliana. You guys know that there's only one Presiliana in the whole city.
Because I knew everyone, and I had told her he has a girlfriend.
Yeah, like what parent le va a poner a su hija Presiliana? Like you're gonna get clowned at school with that name. So this girl had a name that only she had, and you knew only there was one in the whole city. So I got the prescription. I told my sister, OMG, look at what the name says. And my sister was like, I don't know, what are you talking about?
I think I was eating hot Cheetos that day.
Okay, forget the prescription, but what the prescription was being prescribed for.
Prenatal vitamins. I don't know what that meant back then.
I told my sister,
I just knew what weed and beer meant. And
the girl is pregnant. My sister was like, nah. So my sister did some investigation. She went to get her Roosevelt High School.
I used to go to Roosevelt High School here in Boyle Heights for like a year and 2 months.
And we found out that this girl was pregnant. So we had a date 2 days later. I remember that we had like a beach date. It was me, him, my sister, and Canelo. And we went, and I told him straight up, your ex-girlfriend's pregnant, huh? And he was like, Yeah.
And I told my sister, it can be an ex-girlfriend. It's his girlfriend.
So, well, according to
She
him, it was his
pregnant.
ex-girlfriend, but she was pregnant. And I told him, oh. I mean, immediately right there, I knew that, like, I wasn't going to take him serious or nothing. But I did like his company.
Why would
He
they
was
do you
cool.
wrong, man? You were a keeper, girl. She was so nice and faithful, and they would not cheat on her. And I would cheat on all of mine, and all of them were nice.
So, I
Oh my
was
God.
like, not heartbroken
Life is
because I was
crazy.
not in love with them. Pero me gustaba. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, basically I let him know, well, look, let's just keep it as friends because anyways, you know, I'm not, he told me, all right, girl, like, I get it and everything. He took me to grad night. I remember that he took me to grad night
At
that day at Roosevelt. I had like this big old bruise because remember I told you I was with this really abusive guy, and that was one of the hits that he gave me, and he noticed the bruise and he pushed me to the side. He me dijo, look, I know that you're with this really abusive guy, and I know it's probably not gonna happen between us because, you know, I'm gonna have a baby, and I know que no quieres un tipo de compromiso like that. And I was like, yeah, but you're worth it. You're beautiful. You're a really nice girl. I know that one day you're gonna meet a guy que te va a querer mucho, and that you're really worthy. So he told me all these things, and like honestly, I on the ride home, all the way home, because we went on the bus, you know how in Grand Night vas en el bus and stuff. So
The yellow ones.
so he had a car. So we went behind cuando los regresamos, like when the bus drops us off at the location, we got on his car and he just let me know that, and I cried for like 5 minutes, and then I just told him, thank you so much, you know, let's keep in touch, let's keep being friends. He told me, I don't want to be friends, I have enough friends, I like you a lot, and I just can't be your friend because I cannot see you along the line being with no one else. Pero aléjate de este guy, I know what I'm telling you. And all of his little words, even if nothing was serious, pero todo lo que me dijo, it meant a lot to me. So I did get the courage to break up with that abusive guy thanks to him, even though I found out thanks to that job that he was gonna have a baby.
Because it was
with
a
the
prescription, and we looked at it, and it said her name, prenatal vitamins, and I asked the other girls, hey, is this? And the girl was 2 years younger than me, or one. She was a 10th grader, I was an 11th grader, and we got it, and we caught up, and everybody like ratted. Everyone was like, hey, you know what? Like, this guy's chick is pregnant. Because I knew all the cheese men, you guys. I knew everyone.
So like, that's my story time. That's how I caught him, that his girlfriend was pregnant. But you know what? Un clavo quita otro. Él me ayudó a sacarme ese clavo. It was rotten already. Tenía mojo. And I was able to get the courage to break up with that abusive guy. Thanks to him, even though I caught him with the prescription.
So thanks to Lorena Pharmacy, my sister caught her guy cheating, and we found that his chick was pregnant.
And I was able to let go of that
So
abusive
she
guy.
you caught the guy cheating. I used to get caught cheating. The
Yes,
pharmacy.
yes.
All right, everyone, you guys. So that's a little quick story time. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Check out the rest of our story times. Make sure to subscribe, share our videos, and